Okay guys, we put some Solar FX on this 2014 Mustang. It was previously tinted, so we took all the rubber seals out, pulled these end pieces off in order to get the glue out from down in below the seal. Now, a lot of people snap these windows, pre-shrink them, which is all good and fine. A lot of that has to do with your tinting technique, whether or not you pull the seal out, and believe it or not, your choice in window film, because they're not all created equal. I'm not saying anything's any better than the others. I just know what over the years has worked for me and has not failed on me. That being said, what I'm doing now, I've prepped that. This is a completely lint-free rag. It ain't remotely related to a microfiber. It's one of our window rags. So anyway, we tripped the doors by flipping the latch to make the window stay up, because it's open frame vehicle, the window will drop down. I'm gonna wet down here, wet this part, but I'm not gonna spray up around the edge. Even though I just wiped that off, I don't want any contaminants that could possibly be floating around up there and fall down on it. Now, once I get this film put on here, I'm gonna have Lane start heating the outside of the window. So while he's running that camera, it might be a little bit noisy, but that will give us the ability to shade this window. I'm gonna hold this on the very edge. I don't like to touch that side of the film, but I wasn't prepared to do a video because I got my cart in the way right there, so I was gonna do something different, but I said, what the hell, we'll make you guys a little video. Some of you veterans are going, I don't want to see that shit. That's okay. Change the channel or close your eyes, or just sit back and laugh. It's old fat man, really don't matter. But for some of these new guys, they need the help, and I'm willing to give it to them. That didn't sound good, willing to give it to them, but anyway, I'm offering the help. How about that? Now, this is on here like this. You can see there's a fairly nice finger right there, which it's not a big deal, but the fact is it is there. So what I like to do, I like to take a soft squeegee like the judge blade in this sidewinder, and I tack this down. And I'll bring this across the top like this, and the same thing here. And what I'm trying to do is flatten the top out. Most times you'll see me working center down and over. In this case, with this open frame on a window that is prone to have some fingers in it, I'll do it this way, and I'll go ahead and get this edge down, because I don't want it sucking water back up. If it pulls fingers up, pulls in, it's a chance of pulling contamination in, and you'll have a dirty edge. So now that I've got that done, you see this finger, I'm gonna divide this finger with the hole with the glass, in hopes that I can spread it into micro fingers and not have to heat it at all on the inside to shrink it out. So I'm working down. As I do it, I work an arc to this corner like this. Same thing on the front. We're gonna work it down. When I get right here, I'm not gonna flush it up in here to push any trash that's up in that tight seal. I got another way of handling that. So I've successfully turned that one big finger into about 9 small fingers. And now, to catch those out, I'm gonna take the same soft blade, I'm gonna push this down. Now, y'all have heard me preach before, you can't install and prep with the same blade. You can install and prep with the same blade, but you can't finish with the same blade in certain instances, because of the fact that, all right, but this is what we call docking it. Now, you know, you can relate tinting windows to making love, or just plain old screwing. You can screw a window, screw it up, or you can make love and they keep coming back. You think about that for a minute. So we're making love to this window right now, is what we're doing. And you know the slang word for the other. You F the window, you F the customer, bottom line. Now, that's done. Now, what I was telling you about debunking something, in the process of us creating a prep squeegee for you guys, we created the judge blade. This is it in our installer's handle. This is it in this handle, and here it is in the sidewinder handle. We make it fit a lot of stuff. It's a channel blade. Now within this handle, this thing right here is an extractor. And this handle's an installer tool, and that handle, and the big version in this handle, which looks like this big one here, which is a lot longer, is a prep blade. So that being said, I'm going to show you something here. And what makes this work You can see how it curves, but what makes it functionable is the hybrid edge technology. This thing will, over on the front of this thing, let them watch this. I'm gonna, right here, get to the side so they can see. This thing right here, I'm gonna press it down and you see it fills a gap, it curves to the window. Therefore pushing all of this water out. When you got a blade with a contour to the window, it just really works. Now, a lot of folks will ask, what's your favorite blade? Well, I'm gonna tell you, all mine are. But I started off with the Blue Max. You still have one. But over the years, that blade has become increasingly too hard to do what I do. That thing come out in the early 80s. Rich, go ahead and grab that Blue Max right hand on far right. That one right there, you'll come over here, let's see it. Now this is a Blue Max and the same handle we use. We like these handles because they're small, they're compact, and they'll fit in your pouch. Now this thing here, 1/1/21, we always put a date on these blades to see how long they'll last, just for shits and giggles for us. Now, I'm gonna miss this window again, and I'm gonna take this Blue Max, and I'm gonna put it up here. And you see how hard this thing is? We're skipping spots because it's so hard, you have to bear down. Now, a lot of people say, well, my Blue Max scratches. The only reason your Blue Max or any blade, therefore, after scratches, is because you nicked the end of it. They don't just automatically decide, well, I'm tired of working for this guy, so I'm gonna give him the F and the finger. We're gonna start scratching. Here's what will cause this thing to scratch. Come up here and watch this. I'm gonna get it. Let me go on this side. When you squeegee, I'll squeegee up past the film, lift. Same thing on the frame window, up and lift, up and lift, up and lift. Now, this looks funny. I'm doing this with a Blue Max, the best-selling blade on the market, bar none. It's the best blade. I say not. I like mine, but it works. Okay. Here's the thing. If you, in fact, don't care whose blade it is, if you come up and you drag it back down, pull it this way, this will slice into this blade just like a knife. And I'll show you exactly what it'll do to it. I'm going to take this. All right. I'm going to push this blade up here like this. We're going up and past it. All right. Say if I don't want to mess my blade up, I'm going to take this right here and see if I can't slice it backwards. All right. I just moved my film. I felt it drag. You're right here and look close. You see that? Is that showing on the camera? It's showing. You don't believe this won't cut your blade? I'll kiss your ass. So if you're messing your blades up, lesson 1, do not drag it backwards on it. You will mess your blade up. Bottom line, I don't care whose blade it is or whatever. So if you're messing your blades up, don't blame the manufacturer, don't blame the distributor, don't blame the blade. Watch what you're doing. That's the bottom line. Now, that being said, a Blue Max is about a 95 durometer. Next to the red line, it's the hardest blade out there. That's good for anti-graffiti or flat glass, in my opinion, but for a curved window, it just doesn't cut it. This is a 79 durometer blade. Probably one of the softest blades out there. But I'm going to show you something with it. This is a kit we sell. It comes with a handle. All 3 of these blades right here. It comes with a dihydra, a judge. It also comes with a sledgehammer blade, which here's one with a sledgehammer blade in it. 93, 94 durometer, 79, and the other's a 90. So here's the thing. I'm going to take this, and again, it contours to the glass. We can extract every ounce of the water out of it. Even the stuff that the Blue Max was missing, for the simple reason it wouldn't contour to the glass. You go up and past the edge every time. If you pull it back down and drag it down, you will, guaranteed, mess your blade up. And then, whose fault is that? Yours, because you crashed it. Just because the car has bumpers, don't mean run it into stuff. Okay, off that tangent, back onto this. Did you guys see me shrink this window, put any heat on it or anything? We've steadily worked it like it's supposed to be worked and down in there. Now, if I had not been talking and doing all this stuff, we wouldn't have had done that. But when I get through with it, I will post heat it just like if I were doing a wrap on a car or whatever. So this film will then take on that memory of what that is, that shape. So now we're about to, I'm gonna shave the edge of this window right quick for you guys, and then that'll have this rascal done. Come over here on this edge right here. Where I rolled this back, I want to show you where this film goes all the way up in here, and you can see it's on a radius. It's up past the edge. I'm gonna roll this rubber back, get that film. That'll be your first place it'll start peeling because it's rubbing up in there all the time. Go ahead and grab your heat gun. Let me hold that while you're grabbing it. You can go ahead and start heating it. Then I'll get this right here. We'll run this knife through the sharpener, and we'll heat it one more time. We'll show you guys how to save some money on some blades. Go ahead and start heating. Put a little heat of this bad boy. I'm gonna make my final shave on this. That's probably good, Larry. It didn't need much. It's already starting to tack. You can come grab this. This is the same blade. We hadn't pulled it out of it. I'm gonna run it through this sharpener. This is a stainless steel OFA blade. We got that edge cleaned up. Run it through there. Now I can still put a little edge on it, so I'm gonna take this knife and get our angle like this. We're gonna come back. You got rough spot in that glass. Sometimes the glass don't want to be shaved. All right, get that last part of that. That edge is rough. That thing's rougher than 2 nights in a border town jail. I'm gonna bring it from the bottom up and finish that off. And she's smooth as butter. And that's how you do this rascal, with a little bit of schooling on it and some explanation and all that good stuff. We're gonna try to make you guys a series of videos on how each tool works, why it works the way it does, and what can make it better. Anyway, hoping we're helping you become a better installer in some of these videos. Thank you guys. Roddy McClure, Gastro Pro Tools, and the Film Bender. See ya.